Hey, y'all, how you doing? It's Jerome, Vets Who Code. Trigger warning. This is going to be about veteran unaliving in our community and using technology to try to get better answers. I'll give you a few minutes or a few seconds before I move forward to, if you don't want to watch this video, cool. If you do, we're going to get to it. All right. People that are here. Cool. So I've been taking data from the VA. I want to find meaningful projects that our troops could do while learning about data engineering with Python. I'm always about solving problems. I'm always thinking about writing code that solves problems that matter in your community and your culture. And veteran unaliving is one of the biggest problems. It's the biggest problem in veteran community. It's because it's epidemic. It's still there. Not many runs we do. No matter how many food drives you do, this problem persists. So I pulled this Excel spreadsheet from the Department of Veteran Affairs. Pretty sure it is not complete because some things get misrepresented as veteran suicide. Excuse me. I remember when the thing that started my work with Veterans Vets Who Code, they would raise $10,000 for deciding if you are going to engage in behavior that has a certain outcome is a part of that veteran unaliving process, that you know the cops are going to engage you negatively, but they don't count that as veteran and that veteran number. So this data is the data that they have based on what they count as that. What I could think of is create ETL, put this data in the Azure SQL database. Think shout out to Microsoft or Microsoft nonprofits to be able to leverage that. Gives I think $4,000 to be able to play with on this. Always down for more, particularly as we start adding AI and stuff to teach for veterans. But we want to use this to start solving more problems. So I created this notebook. Now, the reason I did notebook instead of Python file is because with a notebook, you can run cell by cell and see what's wrong, what's right, figure things out that way. So I am processing, seeing how many sheets are in this Excel file. You can see right here, list of sheets, and I've been putting them. Here is all of the, essentially, everything that I'm doing to get everything started. Now I'm checking for the database, connecting username, seeing database, ready. I've already ran this, so you all wouldn't have to wait for it. Ready to process. I can have that line. I can process all the sheets, but I just want to start with this one just to give you an example. So now this section on the notebook does data verification analysis based upon the data SQL database. We have functions to take and analyze this data. As you see now, we are starting to see the type of, it's not really cute, but this whole thing isn't cute, but it's not really brokeable, easy to read for a non-technical person. So, of course, we start data viz. That's where data visualization. I'm using Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly. I really like Plotly, but I want to give a couple of examples of what to do, how to create interactive version and non-interactive version. Okay, so now this is up and going. I was looking at this and my first graph. I'm sorry, I'm melancholy about this. This is a fun subject. I think of the people I've lost. I know friends who have lost some of the people. It's not the most fun. So you look right here, 2008. That's the height of the recession, Great Recession. We jumped from, I believe, 12 to 13,000, and this was the time I was getting out. So from this time frame, as you see this apex, it was a tough time out here in these streets. And that is where, at that time, one of the largest components for this. And then we had a dip right here. Then it picked right back up higher. In the Great Recession, 2014 was a spike and came back down, and 2018 was a spike. And I don't know what happened. As you see, it correlates on the Matplotlib with that right here, 13.128. Then you have 13.223, 13.432. These are all problematic. So I also went down to the top 15 states. Georgia, I call this place home now, is on the list. And it's really problematic. Do something about that. When you look at it, it's 3,631 veterans here verified suicide or unaliving. Geographic area, the South. I knew the South was going to win, but I know just in general, more people in the South go to the military than other regions. So this is one of those things where I would have to say, if everybody had equal numbers, what would that be? You see the distribution of right here. Veteran suicides in the region over time. Now, this is the South. Go to plotting while it's easier, a little more interactive. The purple line is the South. As you see, while if you look at the Midwest was actually stable or going down. The South, not so much. It was like either one other places were in dips, the South was being straight, and they were going down, we were going up. It really is the South that's having this kind of problem. We got to really fix that, figure that out. This is a bunch of code for suicide, veteran unaliving. I'm sorry, it's hard for me to change how I speak because the veteran unaliving forecast linear trend model. This is the historical data. It's the model fit. This is the forecast. And forecast uncertainty is wide though. This is the interactive model. You see right here, the forecast in 2022 would be 10,000, but the uncertainty is 8,464. So this gives a little more information as this data is missing. And this is during some of the years of COVID, things of that nature. So I'm very interested to see what this data looks like. Now we have our clustering. They're all pretty fair, even across the board. We'll clean up the clustering. Texas and Florida because they're biggest. Here are my next steps I'm going to do. Ask more data. Add series models of seasonality. Use them for things, create dashboard. I'm the only stakeholder here, but that's something for the troops. And I add a refactoring plan. But I'll come to y'all see what ideas or questions you all have that you want us to work on with this data. What else you want us to add? What more concrete things you want to see? Let me know so that way I can get to work on this. And if you need someone to talk to, please talk to someone. VA crisis line, anything, do not hesitate to reach out if you need someone to talk to. All right, y'all have a great day. Be safe out there.